Alright, so starting off with the Weeknd. I'm hoping you're not hearing like background noises or something. If you are, it's whatever. So the Weeknd, I'm just gonna make a brand new background, or I'm gonna make a brand new tier underneath, add a row below, and it's gonna be titled haven't heard, because I haven't. I'm gonna make this one go below because that's what I want, and this one's gonna be a different color. There we go. Okay, cool. So first of all, this album right here, haven't listened to it, haven't listened to any of these. I'm like a star. I'm a beginner. Starboy doesn't count. Damn, I probably shouldn't even done the Weeknd. But so far, S tier for me is definitely After Hours. Oh my God, I've had so many incredible memories with After Hours. Snow Child is fucking incredible. Heartless, oh man, it's just a really great album. And even though I've never been in love and never really got to experience like a breakup, I could still relate myself to it in many ways, still to this day. So, with that being said, I'm gonna put it at S tier because it's a really great album, and the vinyl's pretty cool too. Kissland sucks. Kissland, there's a few pretty nice songs on there, but to be honest, it's not. I used to like it, but it's really not all that, so I'm giving it a C tier because it's not god awful, but it's also not incredible. And we got Beauty Behind the Madness here. Beauty Behind the Madness, it's an alright album, I don't listen to it too much. I listened to it like 2 times, so I guess I could include it because I don't want to like put it down there because a lot of these I haven't even, at all listened to. So, I think it's a C. Maybe it'll grow on me with time, but as for right now, it gets a C. Fuck, My Dear Melancholy. I was about to call out my name. That's just a track on there. But My Dear Melancholy, oh my God, I listen to that in the woods. Like that's all I have to say about it is it's up there. It's certainly up there with After Hours, but it's not as good as After Hours, And I had like this theory where I was like, you take a few songs from Kissland and put it on here, and then it'll be like a fantastic album. It's certainly a B tier album. So there's my Weeknd ranking so far. Maybe I'll come back, revisit sometime, and be able to rank all of these and talk about them. I can't really talk about the Weeknd too much because I haven't read up on him. Genius is blocked on my computer. But yeah, now we're moving on to Travis Scott. Travis Scott is another one of them artists that I cannot fucking rank. Oh man. Haven't seen, haven't heard. There we go. Okay. I'm glad that this one only has, we don't need a D tier. Like, I'm taking them out because it's just too much for me to handle. So, haven't seen, haven't heard any of these. I've heard all of these. My favorite of which being Birds in the Trap, because I haven't had so many memories with it. Like, I don't really listen to Travis Scott much out. He's just kind of like a, don't give a fuck, hype me up artist. So I guess that this really did its justice whenever it was needed, so it's gonna go at S tier. now we have Astro World down here. Astro World is alright. It was coming out whenever I was a freshman in high school. It's not all that, there's a few tracks that I like. The Skeletons, obviously. Tame produced that. I don't have much to say about it. It's just that I listened to it, didn't really get much out of it, so it's certainly a C. And then we got Rodeo here. I actually listened to Rodeo a couple, 3 days ago. Listened to it in the woods. Was trying to hype myself up because I was feeling really fucking sad, so I just put it on, and man, oh man, it certainly did its justice. But it didn't do as well as Birds in the Trap here. But yeah, those are my Travis rankings. I don't really listen to Travis too much. Alright, so starting off with Sade. So, Diamond Life, haven't listened to. I gotta say, Sade, I don't listen to her too much unless I'm in like a lovey-dovey mind state where I'm like, oh, there's a lot of hope for me. I'm gonna eventually be with someone, but I haven't really been in that recently, so I don't really listen to her too much. I did listen to Soldier of Love a week ago or so, riding my bike. It was pretty nice, but then I got into that a certain mind state where I was just like, I can't really listen to her too much anymore. Love Deluxe is alright. They got a good few tracks off of it, but it's not my favorite, certainly. So it goes up at C tier, down at C tier, actually. Lovers Rock is incredible, super incredible. They've got really good tracks on there, like By Your Side, Immigrant. It's just a really great album, so it's going at S tier. Now we've got Promise. I used to listen to it a lot and I really liked it, but a lot of the shit on it is kind of outdated for me. I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for that, but it's certainly not as good as Lovers Rock to me, so I'm gonna put it at A. And then we got Soldier of Love. Soldier of Love is a great little album. Baby Father and Moon in the Sky had me wanting to tear up. It's a really decent album, so it's going at A. So there's my Sade rankings. She's just one of those type of mood artists, just certain artists that you can listen to every day, one of which is NF. Okay, I don't really like these rankings, so I'm gonna change them. All right, so starting off with NF, I haven't listened to any of the EPs or mixtapes. Honestly, don't even know what that one is, to be honest. Like, I just listen to the albums. But I wouldn't be opposed to getting into some of those at one point. Mansion doesn't count. First of all, Mansion doesn't count. I just don't listen to it. I've listened to it like twice, but it doesn't really count. Oh, fuck. Okay, now we got Therapy Session. Therapy Session is alright. I really like the album art, must I say. It's pretty dope. You got Nate right here. Nate and his alter ego, which is pretty cool. There's a few tracks off there that I like Wish You Wouldn't and Breathe. Those are really beautiful tracks. Certainly a tear ripper. But, the album as a whole, there's a few tracks that I like off of it, but the entire thing isn't incredible. So it's gonna go at B. Certainly not a C album. Oh fuck, now we got Perception. Perception. Oh man, God, there's so many good tracks out there. Outcast, Dreams, Destiny Lie, Remember This. Oh man, Remember This is like my favorite track off that album. But like, damn, I must say, like, every track off there I enjoy. It's a really great album. And it means a lot to me, actually, because, you know, I've had a lot of memories with that album. So it's certainly an S tier album. The Search kind of sucks right now for me. You know, of course, there's really good tracks off there like Hate Myself, Trauma, and Leave Me Alone, but it's not like just a few tracks that I want to skip every time. Every time I'm listening to it, it's like I can't listen to it fully. I want to skip a couple tracks because some of them are just either repetitive. I don't know if I've just replayed it because I got into The Search before I ever got into Perception or Therapy Session. Probably because it's the most recent and it was the one that was most talked about, but it's not really that great, honestly. It's not all that fantastic. Maybe I'll need to give it more time, but I used to really like, I loved it, but you know, not anymore. It's still an A tier album, still a great album. Kind of been through a lot with it, you know. And there's my NF rankings. You know who I will talk about though? I'm gonna talk about Drake. Haven't seen, haven't heard. That's gonna go below. Pick it green. I don't want to talk about my experience with Drake. Let me just rank the album. Shit. Okay, haven't seen, haven't heard. This I listened to like twice, so doesn't even count. This one doesn't count either. All of these, okay. Take Care, obviously, S tier. Really, really great album. Had a really nice experience with it a couple days ago. Just all around a fantastic album. Gives me goosebumps listening to it. Nothing Was the Same. It's an alright album. Not alright, but it's a really good album. It's just not up there with Take Care, so it's A. If you're reading this, it's too late. Certainly a hype up album. Drake's another one of those artists that you can always rely on for him to have your back at every moment. There's something for every moment. And this is certainly a hype me up album, so it's gonna go to C because, you know, it did its justice. Now Views was so cohesive in my opinion. So Views is gonna go at B for that simple fact. More Life's alright, you know. More Life, I don't have much to say about it, honestly. I listened to it a couple times, got a little bit out of it, didn't really get much. So, you know, it's a nice B tier album. Scorpion, I don't know where to start with Scorpion, man. Scorpion all around, just really, really great album. I know a lot of people will say it's not. I've had a lot of experiences with it, and it's been a really great support. It's been something to ground me. So it's gonna go at S for that because I really appreciate it in those regards. So there's my Drake rankings. There's my Drake rankings. I'm just gonna rank them because I've listened to all Bon Iver's stuff. So for Emma Forever Ago, I used to love it, but now it's A tier. 22 Million is like my second favorite album of all time, so it's gonna go at S tier. Blood Bank, A. Bon Iver, B tier. I'd say that Bon Iver actually has gone 4 for 4 because all of his stuff is just always top notch, you know, all of it. But yeah, I'm pretty much done now. I'm pretty much done. I have nothing else to say. I thought this was gonna go better, but it didn't go very well. Let me know if it went well or not, because I'm probably not gonna have a lot of fun editing this. It says that the recording right now is 28 minutes. Is it worth it? I don't know.